everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Jo here. I hope you're all well and having a wonderful day. I spent the day creating this and I absolutely love the results. I'm so chuffed with how it turned out. If you're new here, I'm Jo. I do craft videos. I do 3 a week. I do a Poundland haul every fortnight and an occasional vlog video, and I also show you my charity shop finds because I do like going around the charity shops. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you leave a comment, I'll always reply, and if you've not subscribed and you want to see more from me, it'll be wonderful if you could subscribe. If you're returning, as always, my friends, welcome back and thank you for coming and spending some time with me today. And yeah, we'll get back into it. So today I used a mixture of things. The first thing I used was a chopping board that I picked up from a charity shop. I paid £1 for it and it's already in a heart shape, so as soon as I saw it I knew this is what I was going to do with it. And yeah, I'm now on the hunt looking for more chopping boards in different shapes. I'm also using one of the gift bags. These are from Poundland and it's in a teal colour, which is the colour of my living room, but you could also use scrapbook paper if you wanted, if you haven't got a gift bag that you like that you want to cut up. I'm then going to be using some rope. I picked this up in a Pound Plus store and it was £1.99 for a pack, and this is left over from another project. I was going to use some of the wool from Poundland, but in the end I just used the rope. And then I've got a mixture of leaves and foliage from my local market. I pay £1 a bunch for them and I managed to pick some up yesterday. I was going to use some diamond gems and some braids from Poundland, but in the end I didn't use any. But I will be using some acrylic paint to paint the outside of the chopping board. And then I'm using this top, which I'm recycling. It's a diamond top that I cut up and use as trim. Obviously, if you've got something, you don't need to do that. You'll also need a glue gun, a pair of scissors, a pair of wire cutters, a ruler, some white card and a pen, and I think that's everything. Oh, and a pair of tweezers. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the side of the chopping board that I'm going to have at the front. One side's obviously been used and chopped on, so it's scratched, but the other side's really good, so that's the side I'm going to have at the front. I'm going to take a piece of A4 white card and just fold it in half. And then this is going to be my template for my heart in the middle. So now I'm just going to place it halfway on the chopping board and I'm going to draw half a heart. And then once I'm happy with my shape, I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to leave about 1 inch and a bit around the outside of the chopping board to paint. So I'm just going to quickly draw using a pen. And then I'm going to cut that. So once I open it, I've got my template for my heart in the centre of the chopping board, and this is what I'm going to use to draw around on the gift bag. So I'm going to cut the gift bag in two and then I'm going to draw around the heart and cut that out. So I've got my heart shape for the centre of the chopping board, and I'm going to keep the bits that I've taken off. So I've got a section here that I'm going to use for another craft that I'm going to do hopefully next week. And then I'm also going to keep the string that was at the top of the bag, and I'm going to use this in the same craft next week as well. As you know, if you've seen my videos before, I don't like throwing anything away. Everything's useful. So yeah, I'll keep that for a later date. So now I'm going to dry brush around the outside of the chopping board, and I'm going to do this in white. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of white on my brush, and then I'm going to use a paper towel and I'm going to wipe off most of the paint. And then I'm just going to lightly brush around the outside of the chopping board. You don't need to do the whole of the chopping board because we're going to be sticking the heart in the centre. So I'm just going to do around the edges. And this is what it looks like before we stick the paper in the inside. And doing this is giving me another idea for another craft. So I've added it to my list and I'll do that in the future if I find another chopping board that's in the shape of a heart. But now I'm going to glue the paper into the centre just using the glue gun. And then to finish it off, I'm going to put some rope around the outside, and I'm going to start on the right hand side because this is where I'm going to be putting my flowers, so it'll hide where the join is. So now I'm just going to work my way around, sticking the rope all the way around the outside of the heart. And I'll be back once I've done that. So now I've done the heart in the center, I'm now going to go around the outside of the chopping board as well. And again, I'm starting on the right hand side. And I'm just doing a small section at a time, just adding glue and then sticking the rope down. So now what I've done is I've taken 3 strips of the rope and I've plaited it or braided it, and this is what I'm going to be using to hang up our heart. So I wanted to make sure that it was long enough that it would go around the heart and then also hang from the top like so. And all I'm going to do now is glue the 2 ends together, and then I can start to glue it to the board. So I'm just going to find the center and then I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the bottom of the board. Pull it tight and glue it into place. And then now I'm going to carry on gluing the plaited rope all the way around the sides, just making sure it's nice and secure so it'll take the weight of the board. So now that the rope is in place, I'm going to add a little bit of decoration around the side of the heart, and I'm going to use the top that I'm recycling. I got this for £1 from a charity shop because it was ripped, and yeah, it's ideal for edging. So I've just cut a small section, and this is what I'm going to glue around the outside. And I'm going to do that all the way around the heart. So now we're ready to start adding the leaves and the flowers. And I always start with my leaves, so I'm going to place one right over the edging of the rope where we stuck it down. And then I'm going to use another 3. I'm going to stick one at either side and then one at the top as well. Now that's in place, I'm going to add 2 sections of some other green foliage I've got, and I'm going to add one at each side. And then I'm going to use 2 blue roses. I'm going to have one at the top and one at the bottom. And then I've got these little bell-shaped flowers, and I'm going to use some of these in my fairy garden. I think these would be really nice as little plants, so I'm going to get some more of these from the market when I see him next. but I'm just going to place one at either side at the top and then one at either side at the bottom as well. And then to finish off, I'm just going to add a small white flower at the top of the roses and one at the bottom of the roses, just to hide everywhere where we glued everything together. And here is the main section of the heart finished. I'm really happy with how it's looking. I love the colours, and now we can decorate the top section. So I'm just going to glue the rope together a little bit more, so we will have more of a base to glue stuff on. And now I'm just taking a section of a cardboard box and I'm just going to cut a small section so that we can glue this to the top of the rope, and then we can glue our flowers onto it. And with some of the leftover gift bag, I'm going to cut out a star. And I'm going to be doing some more of these when I do my matching candle holders, which I'm going to start as soon as I finish this. And then I'm going to do exactly the same as I did on the main part of the heart. I'm going to start off with the leaves. Then I'm going to add the other green foliage that I've got, one at each side. And then add one blue rose in the centre, followed by the little white blue bell flowers that I've got. I'm going to put one at each side at the top and one at each side at the bottom, and then finishing it off with two white flowers. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue one of the stars on the left hand side, just so that it's got something on the left because everything's on the right. And then it's finished, and I'll show you what it looks like on the wall. And here it is on the wall, guys. I absolutely love this. I love that you can still see the wood, even though it's got a little bit of white paint on it. It just brings up the grain, and yeah, the colours are just perfect for me. And I'm super excited to now do some candle holders to match it. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. And I will see you on Friday for Friday's craft video, which will be in the candlesticks. And yeah, take care for now. Love you lots. See ya. Bye-bye.